Guys, welcome back again to this tutorial, and today we are looking at the top 20 keyboard shortcuts that you can use to speed up your data analysis on Excel spreadsheet. Yes, guys, there's so many things you can do, but if you want to speed up your process, your data analysis process, then you need to use some keyboard shortcut. We are going to start with number one, and number one is Control A. On your laptop or on your desktop keyboard, click Control, then A. This keyboard shortcut helps us to select data within a particular range. Let us see. Control A. Yes, guys, you can just ensure that you do this alongside me so that you get to understand how it works. Control A will select all the data set within a particular range. If you use it where there is no data, then it is going to select the whole worksheet. Let us try it here. Control A, and you can see it has selected the whole worksheet that is currently active. Keyboard shortcut number two is what we call the Control B, and Control B normally converts data into bold. You can see at the top here we have bold, but we don't want to go up to that point. We are going to click Control B. Control B. First, we have to select the data that we want to change to bold. Control A, then Control B. Yes, first select the data that you want to convert to bold. Control A to select the whole data, then Control B. You can see our data is already in bold. Then number three is what we call Control C, that is copying data. You may be copying just one cell or copying a whole worksheet or a selected worksheet. Now what you do, first make sure that you have copied or you have highlighted or selected the whole range of data that you want to copy. This is what I want to copy, then Control C. When you click on Control C after selecting that data range, you will see something like this around your data range. That simply means that it has been copied. Now let us go to Control V, that now enables us to paste the data that we have copied. Let us just paste it here. Then Control V is helping you to paste that data. Yes, but everything is not going to be like this. So if you want more paste options, you are going to click down there. Then you are going to choose what you want. Just paste value. You will come here and just adjust your column width and row height. So auto fit, and you can see we have everything. Let us move away from there so that we can look at the fourth, not the fourth, but the fifth keyboard shortcut for Excel. And the fifth keyboard shortcut enables us to continue repeating a particular value. Let us say that we want to repeat the value in cell. This is cell G5. We want to repeat it to the other cells. I'm going to click to the next cell. Then I'm going to click Control D. You can see it is repeating the value in the cell just above it. Again, when I go to the next cell, Control D. Let me go to the next cell where I have 600 above it. We are repeating just 600. That is Control D. It repeats value above or beside the cell that you have selected. Let us go to keyboard shortcut number 6. The keyboard shortcut number 6 should enable us to open a flash fill dialog box, but ensure that you have placed it in the correct position. So let me click this cell, then Control E. Control E is supposed to open a flash fill dialog box. Now to use a flash fill, enter a couple of examples of the output you'd like to see. Keep the active cell in the column you want filled in and click the flash fill button again. Yes, so that's exactly how it works. Then the keyboard shortcut number 7 enables us to find what we want to find, and that is Control F. You click on Control F, a find and replace dialog box is going to be open. So you will just find what you want and replace with what you want. You find here, then replace. Number 8 is the keyboard shortcut that enables us to go to a particular place that we want on our active Excel sheet or to an active Excel workbook, and that is Control G. When you click on Control G, a dialog box for Go instruction is going to open. That is now Control G. Make sure that you have clicked and that particular cell is active, then Control G. Yes, that is what we have. And number 9 is to find and replace again. Remember, Control F just enabled us to open a dialog box for finding a value. But now when we want to open a dialog box to find and replace at the same time, we are going to use Control H. So that is our number 9. Again, Control H. You can see now we have find and replace. You are now finding here, you are replacing here. It is not just finding here, then coming to replace here. You are finding here, then you replace at the same time. Then number 10. Number 10 is a keyboard shortcut that helps us to create a table. Remember, we can convert data from ranges to a table, and we can easily do that by using Control E. Not Control E, but Control L. When you click on Control L, you can see a dialog box for creating a table has already been opened. Now it is asking you where is the data for your table, and you can see the data that we want to use to create our table has already been copied. Now, if this data has headers, we are going to check on this box. Let us start it again. Let us select the whole table. This table is not supposed to have something like this, any space. So let us delete that. Yes, so we have it. Now let us start once again. Control L, it is copying everything. Now my table has headers. If I don't want to include headers, I'm just going to uncheck. But for now it has headers, so I'm going to check. Let me start again. Control L, my table has headers. Then okay, you can see a table has already been created. Yes. Let me convert this table back to the range. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the formatting. And by removing the formatting, I'm just going to come to where I have my table styles. I'm going to remove all the formatting. Then I'm going to come to where we have the convert to range option. Then confirm yes, then I have my data back to the range form. Now another keyboard shortcut that enables us to create a table on Excel is Control T. Now remember we have Control L and Control T creating a table. Let us see Control T. Again, it is achieving the same objective. Again, we are there. Now that is our keyboard shortcut number 11, that is Control T. Again, it is being used to create a table. Keyboard shortcut number 12, we want to open a new Excel worksheet. We are going to use Control N. So just make sure that you have clicked into any cell and it is active, then click Control N. You can see a new worksheet has been opened. As simple as that. We are going to undo that again. We are back here. Then number 13 is going to help us now to open a new Excel workbook. Remember, this was a new Excel worksheet. We now want to open a new Excel workbook. That is Control O. So again, you click into any cell, ensure that it is active. Then you click on Control O. And you can see a new workbook is going to open. Let us undo that again. That is now number 12. Number 13. Number 13 is the keyboard shortcut that will enable us to print data from a particular worksheet or workbook. Let us say that I want to print whatever I have here. I'm going to use Control P. Make sure that you have clicked into that data and it is selected. When I click on Control P, you can see we have a print review or a print window opening. Now this is what we have, and you can see this is the data that I want to print. If that is not the exact data that you want to print, there's a way you can modify and format everything for you to have the desired output. Number 12, not number 12, but number 14 keyboard shortcut is going to enable us to underline whatever we have. Let us say that we have already selected this part and we want to underline it. I'm going to use Control U. You can see it has already been underlined. Or let me do with this, Control U. You can see it has been underlined. Control U for all this. Control U, everything has been underlined. Now, number 15 is a keyboard shortcut that enables us to move data from one point to another. And that is what we call the cut keyboard shortcut. First, we are going to select the whole data that we want to cut. Then we are going to use Control X. Control X, then Control V. You can see everything has been moved totally. It is not the same as Control C, which just copies, but it is moving the whole data set that we have selected. Then now Control Z is going to enable us to undo whatever we have done. Like in this case, we want to return this data set to its initial position. I'm going to use Control Z. You can see Control Z and we have it there. Number 17, keyboard shortcut. On your keyboard shortcut, there is something, or there's a button that is written ESC, that is escape. Now, up to here, we want to open a quick analysis dialog box. Remember, we have this data and we just want to do a very quick analysis of the data provided. So what are we going to do? We are going to click into any cell within the data set. Then we are going to click Control Q. Control Q, the quick analysis dialog box is going to open. You can see we have formatting option, charts, we have totals, we have tables. We can even convert this data into a table, and you can see everything is there, sparklines. We have everything, everything, everything. That is quick analysis dialog box. That is Control Q as the keyboard shortcut. Then number 18 is quite different from what we have now been using here. We just want to write today's date. And today's date is created by that is Control semicolon. If you want to write today's date, click into the cell where you want your date to be written, then click on Control semicolon on your keyboard. Then number 19, this number 20, we want to write the current time. Instead of using the function time, remember we can use the function time to get time, the most current time. Yes, we must open and close. Sorry. It is not time, but rather now. You can click equal sign, then just write now. This is going to return the current date and time formatted as date and time. Yes. Close the bracket, then we have that. You can confirm with your time. By the time it was being created, This was the time and this was the date. Now, instead of going through that, we can just go and use the keyboard shortcut Control full colon, and we have the most current time. It is Control full colon for the most current time. For the most current date, it is Control semicolon.